Alright friends, today we are going to bask in beauty. We are showing off some incredible custom pieces we have created recently. And just a heads up, most of these have already been sold, a few will be available for purchase and you will see them in the video, but the rest were made specifically for our clients and have likely already been delivered. Now, for this particular format, we are not here for negativity. These pieces don't have to be your style or even mine. They were designed to delight their new owners, and that's what matters most. And hey, if you think you could design something better or want to put your own twist on a piece, we would love that. Just place a custom order and we will create your dream piece together. Also, to respect our clients' privacy, we won't be listing prices here, but if something catches your eye, just shoot us a message on WhatsApp, the link is in the description, and we will happily give you an idea of the cost to create something similar. Okay, first up, we have got here a stunning gothic ring featuring a rich, noble orange-brown garnet. It might be a spessartine or maybe not. Why is the mystery? Well, we will be diving deeper into that in an upcoming episode of our Gemstone Encyclopedia because, fun fact, gem labs around the world still can't agree on where one type of garnet ends and another begins. Yep, you can send the same garnet to two different labs and get two totally different results. So is it a spessartine? Possibly, possibly not. That's the gem world for you. The ring also features gold with dark patina and our signature Gothic inner lining, a design element that is usually only visible to the person wearing it. We have talked about why that matters before, but here is a quick reminder. It's kind of like wearing gorgeous lingerie. Not everyone sees that, but you know it is there and it changes the way you feel. Same thing with jewelry. When a ring has a hidden details, crafted just for you, it feels more intimate, more special, like it's truly yours. It means more time, more care and more love went into making it. And of course, there are black diamonds, plus our signature Sinner gem stamps, sealing the whole piece with our mark of magic. Alright, the piece number 2. This time we have got a gorgeous moonstone ring crafted in the minimalist style. It's all about clean lines and simplicity, just white diamonds and white gold, no extra fuss, no decorative overload around the stone, and honestly, that's exactly how it should be. A gem like that speaks for itself. We filmed this piece on a bright sunny day, so the stone might look a bit overexposed, but you can still catch those stunning rainbow flashes, the hallmark of truly high-quality moonstone. Now, here is something cool. Stones like that are found in only one place on Earth, the island of Madagascar. And even though we are always up for the adventure, we haven't quite made it there yet. The mine is deep in the wild, about 2 days of off-road riding on dirt bikes just to get there. Yep. 2 full days in the saddle, definitely not for the faint-hearted. And we are hardy and adventurous, but even we are still gathering our strengths before we take on that journey. One day though, one day. Another thing to highlight, moonstones look absolutely stunning even in low light. So if you are sitting in a room with just one dim bulb glowing, that is still enough to make the stone shimmer and flash with those beautiful rainbow-like colors. Even in the dark space, it still sparkles, and it's pretty low maintenance gem in that sense. Of course, not all Madagascar moonstones are this vibrant and shiny. A lot of them are just pale and transparent or even a bit milky and dull, but as you know, we only select the very best for you. Next up, number 3. This one's another minimalistic piece, a pendant featuring a beautiful amethyst from Morocco. If you have seen our Morocco travel series, you will know we were actually there ourselves, climbing through the mines and picking out a fresh batch of local amethysts with those striking clear quartz zones running through them. Funny enough, the locals cut them out, however we find it quite interesting combination. Naturally, these gems are much more affordable than the classic deep purple amethyst from Rwanda, and that's what makes them such a cool choice. They are budget friendly but still super eye-catching thanks to that contrast between the purple and the transparent quartz zones. It gives the piece a creative, almost ethereal vibe that is hard to beat. Ready to jump to number 4? This one is a ring design with a bit of a story behind it. This particular shape was originally created by one of our clients, and it turned out so elegant and meaningful that it has been requested again and again by others ever since. Why? First off, it just looks stunning, but beyond the aesthetics, it has symbolic depth. The prongs are shaped like lotus bud, which represent purification, spiritual growth, self-development, and prosperity. And it's a small detail, but it adds a beautiful layer of meaning to the design. Plus, these lotus-shaped prongs are super practical. They hold the stone securely and protect it from damage, making this a perfect ring for everyday wear. You don't have to worry about it getting scratched or chipped. It is safe and sturdy, but still elegant. The centerpiece here is a deep blue spinel, and if you look closely, you will spot some unique inclusions, and it's totally normal. In fact, natural gems should have inclusions. If you don't see any, chances are the stones aren't natural. In this case, you can see a pattern of negative crystals and rutile threads, which give the spinel an almost otherworldly look. We honestly couldn't stop staring at it. It's one of those pieces that pulls you in the more you look at it. Number 5. Okay, that is the design which most probably look very familiar to you. Yep, it's the same lotus ring design we just talked about. But this time in yellow gold, and damn, does it pair beautifully with that soft peachy pink tourmaline. This shade of tourmaline is often described as Padbarajish colored, let's call it so. Now, technically speaking, Padbaraja is a name reserved only for sapphires, but let's be real, not everyone has a few $100,000 lying around for one of those. And if you're after the exact same warm pink-orange glow and don't feel like dropping 6 figures, this is your answer. A natural tourmaline in a Padbaraja-like color is still a true gem, literally and figuratively, and it catches the eye, it brings joy, and it won't require you to sell your house to own it. Okay, now on to number 6. Here we have got a very rare guest, a classic emerald set in platinum with white diamonds. Let me explain why you don't see platinum too often in our pieces. Well, technically we have all the equipment needed to work with it. We are comfortable working with gold, silver, darkened finished, and edge textures, matte coating, you name it. Platinum, totally doable. But here is the thing. We don't go out of our way to promote that. Why, you would ask? Because not every city has workshops that are equipped and even willing to polish, repair, or maintain platinum jewelry. So if something gets scratched, bent, or just needs a touch-up, finding someone to handle it can be very tricky. That is the catch. There is also a bit of a myth floating that platinum is indestructible, that it doesn't scratch, never bends, and will basically outlive the universe. Well, not true. Just like gold or silver, platinum can be damaged. It all depends on how you treat it. So now let's talk about the emerald itself. Why don't we work with them more often? First, they are notoriously difficult to capture on video. This particular ring, for example, looks juicy and vivid and full of life in person, but no matter what camera or phone you use, we've tried many, believe me, you can never quite capture the real richness of its green. And we always want you to see the gem as it truly is, not through a distorted lens. Second, emeralds are expensive, like really expensive. But at the same time, if you want to use it as an investment stone, it's not the best choice. That's why between a tsavorite, a green garnet mined in Africa, We would always better recommend to get a tsavorite, which is not also a cheap stone, of course, but it is much more attractive in terms of the future perspective, including the investment perspective. However, if you have set up your mind that you're going to wear an emerald and only an emerald, go for it, we can do that. Okay, number 7. This is a fun one. The design itself was entirely created by the client, so we're not going to dive into symbolism or artistic choices here, no judgment, no decoding. We are just here to talk about the gemstone. And the gem is truly gorgeous. It is a tourmaline from Congo. Now, if you have ever Googled this kind of tourmaline, you might see people calling it a Rwandan stone, but it's not actually true. Here is what's really going on. Congo has a bit of a reputation for being unsafe and hard to access, so gem dealers usually don't go there directly. Instead, miners bring their stones in all sorts of colors across the border to Rwanda, where international buyers can easily pick them up. That is why these stones often get labeled as Rwandan tourmalines, even though they were mined in Congo. And in fact, Congo produces nearly every color of tourmaline you can imagine, with just 2 exceptions: the lagoon-colored one, which come from Afghanistan, and the legendary Paraíba tourmaline, which sadly for Congo doesn't show up there. Any other color though, you will find it in Congo, and this green one is a perfect example of what makes those stones so special. Okay, moving on to number 8. Well, this one is absolutely luxurious. The centerpiece is a rainbow moonstone from Madagascar, slightly smaller than the one we showed earlier, but this time it's a set in ornate Gothic design with a colorful textured halo wrapping around the band. The whole thing works together beautifully, elegant, cohesive, and perfectly matched to highlight the soft glow of the moonstone. These stones have been getting more and more popular with our clients, and honestly, I totally get it. They are stunning. They shimmer beautifully in any light, even in the dark, and they're also a fantastic investment. Just to give you an idea, a few years ago, the price of this kind of stone was just $24 per carat or something. Now, it's jumped to nearly $4,000 per carat. It's a massive leap. Luckily, our prices are still much more reasonable. Why? Because we buy directly from the mine owner in Madagascar. No middleman, no inflated markups. And that is also why many of our other stones, even though with top tier quality, can be up to 30% cheaper than what you would find elsewhere in the open market. Now, number 9. And here we have got a fun pair of earrings with colorful sapphires. The metal for this style of the model can be totally customized. You can go with something budget-friendly like silver, either white or oxidized, or opt for gold if you'd like, in any finish you prefer. Honestly, for this kind of everyday design, gold isn't a must, I would say. You can absolutely go with silver, wear them daily, and no one will ever notice the difference. They will look awesome. Now let's talk about the stones. We often get comments like, wait, how can sapphires that bright, that vibrant be so affordable? Are they synthetic? Are they fake? And the answer is no, absolutely not. They are real sapphires. The trick is they're small. Bright, clean, beautiful, yes, but small sapphires are mined in huge quantities. They're not rare, which means they're also not expensive. And that is a hidden bonus of this kind of jewelry. You can get the pop of color and sparkle without blowing your budget, and no, there is no cage behind it. Alright, numbers 10 and 11 come as a set. Here we have a pair of earrings and a pendant, all featuring stunning blue zircons from Cambodia. The earrings have a total weight of 6.2 carats, set in white gold with diamonds. The pendant matches perfectly, same white gold, same diamond sparkle, and 2.5 carats Cambodian zircon as the centerpiece. Zircons are actually among the oldest gemstones on earth, and honestly, we sometimes love them even more than Paraíba tourmalines. Why? Because they have this fascinating optical effect which adds specific depth, and they make the stone look just incredible, almost bottomless. The play of light is mesmerizing and the color is just as noble, a bright, elegant blue with soft undertones. Just a little reminder, gemstones from Cambodia tend to be highly priced and quite expensive. Their value consistently rises over time, so they're not only beautiful, they are also a smart investment. Now, this particular set is one of the rare pieces we have available for sale. It was originally custom order, but sometimes life just throws curveballs. Maybe someone's got married, maybe a baby was born, maybe they broke up or moved on, or the new girlfriend has different taste. Hey, that happens. So this full set is now ready and available. Everything is done, polished and certified, and if it speaks to you, it could be on its way to your doorstep anywhere in the world in just 2 weeks, complete with an official lab certificate. The price is listed in the description under the video, and if you're interested, just shoot us a message and we will handle the rest. Okay, let's not overload ourselves with too much beauty in one sitting. A little goes a long way. We will wrap it up here for today. Thanks so much for watching. Feel free to share your thoughts and comments below. Just a gentle reminder to keep things positive for this kind of showcase. Wishing you all happiness, good health and plenty of sparkle in your life. Till next time.